Lo and behold, it's part 12 of the God of War commentary, folks. Pandora's Temple is over, but now we're going to the area outside Pandora's Temple.
Oh, man.
Pandora's Templar.
That moment when Skype shits the bed and everything gets garbled. I like how they couldn't animate Kratos' standard walking animation so that his arms don't clip through the weapon he's always wearing during cutscenes. It's a
Alright.
little
This
annoying.
is our final new enemy of God of War. This is the Satyr.
It's tall for a satyr.
Yeah, well, but that's just the game calls it. Yeah, but this enemy has it all. It can interrupt combos, it can dodge attacks altogether, and they throw more than one at you.
So this is the Uber Mook of the game. Excellent.
Essentially. But we also have Army of Hades, which doesn't care about anything.
Oh, I thought it was a summoning undead minions who actually fight for you kind of thing. No, it's
No.
No, they...
Okay,
It's a fuck you button.
I take back my previous praise. Ugh.
Are you going to
Oh, I never
finish
noticed
that?
the harpies had such long necks. Like, I don't know why that's what's disturbing me about them, but their necks are really long. Damn.
A reminder from his former master of the
Oh,
decision
man.
that cost Kratos everything.
Oh, wait, do we get a backstory exposition up right now?
Yep.
Yeah!
So I was randomly staring at this harpy eating a corpse one day, and suddenly I had a flashback to the most traumatic moments of my life. This
You
is
know-
a really randomly placed flashback sequence.
Well, it's more like, apparently the Harpies serve as a warning by Ares to stop what he's doing, and then they just use that as to initiate another flashback.
Ares would save Kratos.
My hair is on fire.
Perfect warrior.
And I have no hair! Save me!
Only a simple pledge of
Kratos gets a really great upskirt shot of Ares there.
The balls of war.
his fate was sealed. As promised, Ares rescued his new disciple, bringing forth the power of a god,
Ow.
destroying those who would slaughter.
Trying to understand calculus.
Makes me wonder, is Kratos the one and only person ever called for Ares' assistance to do shit like this? Wars would be very, very quick if anybody can just kneel down and bow to
So what you're
Ares.
saying is we'll go to like ISIS headquarters.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
the
whenever
question
you
is,
get
though,
into
who's
one of
doing
those, whenever you get into one of those storytelling sequences where it's in a world where the gods are actually active, you have to wonder why they don't intervene more often. And
Yeah.
A part of the god's body, a permanent reminder of Kratos' pledge. In return,
also, why did you need to burn the chains into his arms, Hades? That Ares. It's kind of, I don't know, counterproductive to the whole fighting thing.
but soon he would learn the true cost of such power. A cost too high even for Kratos to pay.
More on this later in the God of War audiobook.
Wretched beast!
Because, you know, fuck us, they're not going to tell us now.
Return to your master. Tell the God of War I am his no longer.
Oh God.
Tell him he is not
Take a look at CG Kratos' Muppet mouth there.
Pandora. And I will use it to see him tremble and fall.
Yeah, he can emote properly now, or at least he can move his lips properly. The rest of his face is kind of stiff. But like a second ago, he was just sort of flapping his gums.
The only emotion I know is anger.
That's not even anger. That's just kind of bored indifference.
Bored indifference. Ares is torturing Athens again. Alright, time for the Cliffs of Madness.
Why are they so maddening, John?
Because it's not over yet. I just want my box. You know, god damn it, if I knew this was going to be this arduous, I would have just taken the boat.
Could have just gone to Crate and Barrel or something.
Yeah. But like, you know, normally when they tell you to pick either prize A or prize B or the mystery box, we take the mystery box because it's so intriguing we don't know what's inside it. But in this
Even be a
case,
boat.
they didn't tell you that picking the mystery box requires you to spend 6 hours of your life trying to earn the right to even open the damn thing.
I love how in that last fight you just took the Amy Rose approach to fighting and just spun your hammer around. I'm sorry, your sword. It doesn't matter. Same difference.
As long as it
Yeah,
works.
as long as it works.
You do get a hammer in God of War 3, I think.
God of War 2.
2.
2?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 as well, then. Or was 3 just the
3, you got
gauntlets?
the cestus.
3 was the gauntlets, yeah.
Which were awesome, for the record. I always love the look of them. You also get a dash maneuver in God of War 3. Otherwise, you gotta spam the dodge roll in this game in God of War 2. Which at this point in time recording, I have gotten better at learning how to spam again. I may have mentioned this in a previous session, but you can cancel out your dodge roll animation with an attack, or by utilizing the shoulder tackle, which is mapped to the R1 button. The shoulder tackle cancels out your dodge roll, but you can also link it with another dodge roll immediately after. So you can do that for fast travel.
Can you do that
Well,
trick in all the games or just this
You
one?
can do it in this and God of War 2.
Oh, that's one more Wave of Mooks dead.
I lost count at this point.
Who built all this shit?
Pathos.
Once faithful servant
Who?
of the gods.
Yeah. There
Oh, well,
are
he
a
must
bunch
have
of
had a
journal
lot
entries. There are a bunch of journal entries you can read throughout Pandora's Temple and here that mention the Pathos and how he built all these contraptions in the name of the gods, and how he's slowly losing his mind, and he had to give up his whole family to do all this, and he renounces their faith, and you know.
Well,
You
I
sure it's
mean-
pronounced pathos.
No,
Something in my
that's-
brain is telling me it should be pathos.
Well, either way. Like, well, why would you can't, like, give up your faith in the gods. You know they exist. You would still believe in them. Like, I mean, you can stop worshiping them because they're dicks, but, like, it's kind of like, man, I don't like Mel Gibson. I don't believe in Mel Gibson anymore.
And then he disappears. No!
Braveheart was a myth.
The gods in this universe don't exactly leave much to imagination when it comes to them simply existing. Or maybe it's one of those Forgotten Realms Dungeons and Dragons things where the gods exist, but only so long as you believe in them, and it's their faith that gives them power. Which is always
Yeah,
kinda
but how can you
stupid.
logically stop believing in them when you know that they exist? Like, it's
Well,
a...
it was more specifically worship that gives them power.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard thing in this Dungeons and Dragons type settings where the deities exist, but they take their power from your worship. So that's why they need religions.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing in a lot of these types of games and other mediums, is that the gods need to be worshipped in order to have strength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
reasons.
and that just prevents there from ever being a god who says, "I don't really care if anyone believes in me. I'm just gonna do my own thing."
God of Shrug.
Man, this for some reason the soundtrack is way too bombastic for what you're doing here at the moment.
I'll just do a grocery
I don't-
Walking
shopping.
uphill, occasionally cutting someone down.
Yeah, I would love to hear the OST from when he's grocery shopping.
Is it the whole Kratos Cup of Tea song?
He's buying milks and muffins! He's buying milks and muffins!
30% off vegetables on Tuesday.
Old Kratos' Cup of Tea. have you heard that one?
Yeah, I have heard those misheard lyrics. Yeah, I have.
Wait, is this for what God of War song?
It's the God of
is
War
it?
2 main
Old
theme.
Kratos'
There
Cup
are
of Tea.
misheard lyrics.
Old Kratos' Cup of Tea.
And I can't fucking unhear it. Like, those are the worst misheard lyrics you could possibly do to me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I did enough of the spinning shit earlier.
Is it there?
But we're getting 2 necklaces in this area to put inside these doors, which will lead us to the essentially the final stretch of the game. So, you know, we're almost done. At the same time, I want my box already.
It seems like they kind of like the majority of the game seems to be looking for this goddamn thing. So, like, I'm not trying to say that the beginning stuff was misleading, but
well, you see, there's an inherent problem with making the enemy of your game a literal or metaphorical god, and that is that you basically limit yourself to making you can't have a human character defeat a god. So you kind of have to have them find something to do it for them. Are we back here?
No, this is a new area. So the Blade of Artemis is actually really good against the satyrs, but one attack in particular, the R1 dash, that attack right there that I just did, you pretty much do a running pierce. And the satyrs don't know how to exactly respond to that.
Okay, what time are we at?
Ooh, that took you back. 11:18.
11, okay.
Why, your video freeze or something?
Yeah, something went screwy with my computer and jumped back to part 9.
Are you sure you didn't travel back in time?
Okay. Oh, wait. Elastic turnstiles? Is that what we're dealing
That's
with now?
essentially what it is, yeah. You have to turn it a certain distance so that you have enough time to get to the bridge, just like so.
For some reason, watching Kratos double jump is silly looking.
Well, it's a double jump.
Yeah, it's like I said, he has the frickin' moon floaty jumping animation. Like with Devil May Cry, yeah, I'm sorry to keep comparing this, but they're the same genre and they were basically competitors at the time. But with Devil May Cry, you have you know, an actual jumping, flipping animation, and then when you do a double jump, you have a magic platform that materializes beneath you to explain the double jump. This is true even in DMC Devil May Cry, which, while it doesn't have the big colorful graphic for it, does have a sort of air fluctuation in the air, a sort of a heat hazy kind of thing beneath your feet to indicate that you are jumping off of something. Whereas Kratos just
wings.
Yeah, Bayonetta has her butterfly wings, which is cool. So Kratos just sort of decides he wants to jump again, and the universe obeys.
Bayer just knows better.
Yeah, would you say no to him?
But like even in games that don't necessarily explain the double jumps, the animation at least looks more natural. Like say Jak and Daxter, where you have a double jump, you'll do a second flip or something, whereas Kratos just
gets
hops. Yanked up on, on a visible puppet string. Yeah,
he just wills it.
Why don't we have any like Chuck Norris facts for this guy? Because he obviously deserves.
Well, because he actually does those things.
Oh, it's not as funny.
Yeah, this is our end goal right here.
We need to cross a bridge.
I thought you were implying that this random-ass chest of red orbs was Pandora's box.
No.
Well, that would suck.
These already.
Just after the long, grueling trek through ruins, the box isn't even in an ornate room. It's just sitting on a random-ass cliffside.
They would never suspect it.
That's where they get you. You see, the treasure that's sitting in an actual room is just a random vase, and the treasure that you're after is at the is in this hidden room behind it.
No, it was at the very start on the side there. You just didn't look at it.
Yeah, I'm sad now because I just made a Mother 3 reference and only about 1 out of every 10 viewers is actually going to get it.
So many red orbs.
Is there even anything left to upgrade at this point?
Hades.
Hades requires one more upgrade, and I think that's about it.
And they don't do the souls don't do anything after you get all your upgrade. Okay. Is there a new game plus in this game?
No.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Oh.
So every time you play, you have to upgrade all your shit again. Okay, well, I guess
I was thinking
the
of the later
different
games, though.
costumes help mitigate that, because some of them give you extra souls and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
God of War 2 has a New Game Plus mode, though.
Okay.
Interesting that God of War 1 doesn't have that, because it was a pretty standard feature for these kind of games at the time.
Well, at the very least, it was fixed by the first sequel, so, you know, that's...
Well, by standard feature, I mostly mean it's been a thing since Devil May Cry 1. So...
Not even then, games, not even in the genre, had the idea of a New Game Plus Chrono Trigger.
No,
Oh,
New
Super
Game Plus
Nintendo.
had been pretty common even throughout, like, the PS1 and things like that.
Well, when we say New Game Plus, we're just using the word for it, because it wasn't necessarily common to call that kind of thing New Game Plus specifically until later on, but there were a lot of games that had the basic feature of keeping all your stuff for a second playthrough.
This is why Army of Hades rocks.
On the I forget, on the PS2, was there any graphical slowdown when Army of Hades
No.
started?
Not that I remember, no.
No, God of War was
Okay.
pretty well optimized. You know, only once or twice where you get a loading screen if... I get especially if you're abusing the dodge maneuver because you're going faster than what the developers intended and they haven't loaded the next area yet.
Okay, here's a question. Why did the gate just happen to rise the moment you walked into the room?
Because it's a challenge.
Yeah, but why not just have the gate closed all the time? Why go through the extra effort of magicking this room up so that it recognizes when someone has walked in and closes the gate?
Well, it is all part of the challenge. I wasn't kidding.
Fine.
Anyone for Tetris?
Wait, what?
Yeah, we got a bit of a mini Tetris segment here. So you got all these pieces here, and you have to use this rotating platform to make sure
They're in the right
they
position.
are in the right position. You have to fill up this entire wall.
Oh, fuck, I remember this part. This was annoying.
Good,
Oh,
you did
Type
so for
B!
me.
Awesome! Okay, nobody ever appreciates Type B.
I love Type B.
Holy shit, it is Tetris.
We're playing Grandmaster Tetris. I've already lost.
Oh, a shiny thing. Hey, Kratos, look at that necklace. It'd be a great present for your wife. If you had one. Oh, my neck's already snapped. Ow.
That was Kratos reaching through reality to get you back for that
Oh,
jab.
that's one.
Oh,
Next
so
part,
it was
getting the other one.
So it's the necklace of Hera and the necklace of who?
The other one.
The other one. Okay. Good to know.